Ladies and gentlemen, I've been asked by TKGM to check out what is the fastest speedrun time ever for Shadows of Evil. I mean, let's get into this, man.
People, I've watched the new speedrun of
Oh, me
Shadows of
too.
Evil by Steve.
Me too.
And just,
Yeah,
wow.
Steve killed it.
I don't know how people like him,
Yeah.
Freckleston, Scotty Dogs, everyone else, so much more, do all the stuff that they do.
Me
even
neither.
just on Shadows
I
of
played this
Evil,
game for
let alone
a
any of the
decade and
other
I don't know.
Zombies maps.
Yeah.
But while watching this newest run, it got me thinking, what is the theoretical fastest time in Shadows of Evil?
If I were to take a guess, I think it still would be 18 minutes. Again, I've always said if you cut out the flag step, it could be 10 to 13.
Tool-assisted speedruns were possible. What would the final time be?
What would it be?
Well,
I think it's still 18
have
minutes.
Enough free time, nor am I smart enough to make a tool set for zombie speedrunning.
Oh, me neither.
But what I can do is math in order to show everyone, theoretically, what the fastest possible time for Shadows of Evil can be.
Right. Let's get it. Get ready for a lot of numbers. Hey, I'm ready for the data, man. I'm ready for the data.
It's going to be rather rough because there's only so many things that I can give an exact number for.
Right.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But before we get to the math, we have to determine a few things. As a prerequisite, I want to say that I will be using Steve's run as a basis.
That's a good basis run.
And assumptions, only because it is the current world record.
I think the issue is just so many things in this run are gated, like time gated. So there is going to be a limit. There has to be a prerequisite, right?
I would use that and watch me eat my own words because someone's probably going to beat it by the time I upload this.
Yeah, literally.
But
that's Shadows.
We have to know what is a non-changing time loss.
NTL, okay.
Shortening this to NTL.
Yeah, so time-gated steps.
Cutscenes, or what other games would call auto-scrolling sections.
Right.
No matter what time-save strats we find in the future, there will be no cutting these out of the run.
Yeah, that's a good.
Second,
that's a
we
good
have to
idea.
know what is a possibly changing time loss.
Okay, a PTL
for short.
Okay.
These are more than likely NTLs unless new strats can come out to either alter the way.
So maybe like the flag step.
Or completely remove them
exactly.
from the equation altogether.
Yeah, the egg code.
Thirdly, of course, we have the rest, or the possible time gains, PTGs.
Right.
These are the very simple things that can be improved, such as movement speed or RNG.
Bro,
Finally,
what is that?
We have to determine the scope of possibility. SP.
Yeah.
What I mean by this is
that's just like almost the probability of it happening, which in my opinion, especially because Shadows is 10 years old, pretty
so
low.
Many people believe for some reason that it will eventually be possible to completely skip the flag step.
I hope. I don't believe it, but I hope.
This is just not possible.
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
Step is essentially the entirety of the Shadows of Evil Easter egg.
Pretty much. It's like a half of it.
Is simply getting and upgrading the sword.
Yeah, that's true.
The same way that the sword triggers the book to spawn, which triggers the flag to spawn. The flag step completing is what triggers the keepers to spawn in the Pack-a-Punch room.
Right.
Which triggers the boss fight to start.
Yeah.
When, all 4 keepers are present.
That's crazy that the Easter egg simplified is actually just 5 steps.
Future, but
like it's not really that long.
Understanding of the source code, this is how it works. That said, I believe that there are still 3 possible SPs that I want to cover today.
Okay.
The first is the unchanged scope, US.
Yeah.
This is where there are no new strats, glitches, etc. that are found.
Which is more likely to happen than nothing.
In Steve's run, what would the final time be?
Exactly.
The second is the possibly changed scope.
Yeah, so this is
PCS.
like some probable
This
stuff.
is where I believe there could be new glitches found in the future to remove parts of the speedrun in the future.
Yeah.
But I don't believe some of them are viable, but theoretically possible, and we can cover that. And the final one, of course, is the impossible changed scope.
Yeah,
ICS.
and
this is what I believe to be impossible things, but many believe still could be possible in the future.
It's interesting. I've talked to someone that is trying to like integrate his AI into zombies and have like an AI player play and see if it could physically be possible to reach a certain round. I just don't know how that's even possible with zombies, because zombies is a very situational game. There's a lot of zombies that spawn everywhere, so it would be interesting to see if there's actually a computer program that could emulate how fast you could go.
So
like somebody could make that in the future.
My own uncertainty, I will be acknowledging skips others have thought theoretically possible, such as skipping the flag step.
Right, yeah.
Now,
which is
all of that
most likely not going to happen.
Let's discuss.
It's probably going to be the PCS that's going to be the
full list of them, and their times
actual one
is the following. This is when they appear sequentially in the speedrun. There's a lot of them, so hold on.
Let's get it. Yep.
First, the Gobblegum animation.
Yeah, you
Activation
can't skip
and pickup
that.
is a total of 6 seconds exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty
Raindrops
long.
activation
That's pretty
animation,
long.
how long from pressing the button to a nuke dropping, which is the thing that
Right,
everyone
and then
cares
picking
about,
up all the
2.9
drops too.
seconds.
2.9 seconds.
Round
Okay.
change, how long from last kill to next round start.
It's like
From what I
15
can
seconds?
tell, about 12.5
12?
seconds from the
Okay.
times that
Yeah.
I've timed it. This isn't how long until the first zombie spawns, by the way.
No,
it's just
the
until the next
round
round
change
starts,
itself.
so that you can use another
And
Gobblegum,
you got to go through
new
at least
beast
10
mode
of them.
if you don't have one. Stuff
At
like
least
that.
8
Things
or
that
9.
refresh at the start of a round.
Yeah.
One ritual lasts exactly 27 seconds
That's
in a
pretty
solo
long.
game.
Wow.
Round
I
robin
thought it was less than
activation
that.
animation, how long from pressing the button to all zombies being dead
Like
is
2 seconds?
1.55
Okay.
seconds.
Yeah. Getting pretty
Activating
close with
waterfront
these.
portal, 2.25 seconds. That's
2
done once in
seconds.
the run to get into the Undercroft.
Yep.
Teleportation animation is 2.4 seconds.
Yeah, and you got to see a lot
Picking
of
up the
those.
sword takes 1.9 seconds. That's unupgraded.
A lot of 2-second
The
animations.
Pack-a-Punch ritual from standing at the wall, waiting for it to open, to all the way to the end of the cutscene is 41.9 seconds.
Sheesh, that's long.
Time for the Margwa to spawn.
That's the
is
longest
20
one yet.
seconds exactly.
I mean, and you have to do it,
too.
too.
2.65 seconds.
Yeah, okay, that's
Time for
not too
each
bad.
flag to charge is exactly 30 seconds.
Okay.
Time for anywhere but here to activate is 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, around 2.
And time for the Shadow Man to become vulnerable upon activating one of the keepers is 9 seconds.
Wow, that's a lot. So
now,
there's a lot of stuff
also
that you
need
just
to
have
see
to
what
accept is going to
Gobblegums are
happen.
all needed and when.
Yeah.
This is to get an idea of theoretically the best cycle of gums you can get with.
And we're going to
strategies,
include the any
as I'm
percent
running
here
under the
too with
assumption
round
that
robins.
Gums needed will not vary too much from run to run.
Right. So
From what I
raindrops,
can
round
tell,
robin.
The best possible order of gums to get is the following. First is raindrops.
Raindrops, yep.
Then perkaholic to
Perka.
get that early stamina up.
Yep.
Third is round robin.
Yep.
Fourth wall power.
Yep, for the
Fifth, anywhere
KRM.
but here.
Yep.
6 raindrops.
Yep.
7 round robin.
Yep.
8 anywhere but here.
Yep.
9 and 10 are just cycling through wall power and perkaholic during
Yep.
the flag step.
Yep.
11 is round robin.
And then
12 is
back to
cycling
anywhere
through
but
the other
here.
4.
Yeah.
13 is round robin. 14 is cycling through again. 15 is round robin, and finally
Yeah.
16 is anywhere but here.
Yeah.
These are
There it
all
is.
16 of the guns.
That's
that
a
you get.
crazy
Technically,
cycle.
I think it's 12 for the times is cycling through.
Yeah,
but
and
you know
mainly
what I mean.
half of it is just spinning for round robin. Like round robin in the any percent. Look how much it matters. It's 5 gobblegums out of all of them. That's insane. That's
Now,
a
all
huge
these
percentage.
You have to wait near the machine to pick up, except for the hits where you're cycling through the gums. These do not waste time, as they are actually done during the flag step, which is an
Right.
NTL to begin with,
Right.
so there's no time being wasted.
Yeah.
As a result, like I said, we have 12 gobblegums that we ideally need. 6 and 7, I believe, can be interchangeable, by the way, as only
Yeah.
one is really needed to end round 5 quickly.
And
according
again,
to Steve's round.
the thing is bug rounds as well, right? Bug rounds are also kind of a big variable
This
there.
gives us a total of 72 seconds or a minute and 12 seconds.
Okay, so you have to spend
Next,
a minute 12
we need
to
a
beat it.
total of
Of
4
course it's a
raindrop
minute
activations
12.
during the run, which will give us a total of 11.6 seconds,
Right.
bringing our total to 1 minute 23.6 seconds.
Okay.
Next, we end the Easter egg.
I wonder how
11,
long the
meaning
flag
there are
step is
10
gonna be.
round changes that we are waiting on.
Right.
This totals to 125 seconds, bringing
Wow.
the total to 3 minutes.
2
and
minutes just for
28.6
round
seconds.
changes.
This technically
Whoa.
isn't exact because this is collided with some of the running time.
Yeah,
that
with
we do,
other steps,
but
too.
I deduct that from the running time in the future.
That's crazy.
We'll get to that later. Next, there are 4 unskippable rituals at
Right.
27 seconds.
So
each,
that's
to
a
total of
minute.
108
Yeah,
seconds.
2 minutes
bringing our
almost.
Total to 5 minutes,
Sheesh.
16.6 seconds. Next, there are 5 round robins that need activated to a total of 7.75 seconds. Bringing
My
the total
gosh.
to 5 minutes,
Just for round robin,
24.55
that's almost a whole minute, bro.
seconds. Then
Wow.
we only have to wait for a portal once in the waterfront district, which adds
Yeah, well, that's
2.25
2
seconds,
seconds. That's
bringing
not
us to
bad.
5 minutes, 26.6 seconds. Then we teleport a total of 5 times, once for each
Yeah,
flag
that
step,
rounds us to
and
6
once to get
minutes
into
probably.
the Undercroft for a total
Pretty
of 12
close.
seconds,
Okay.
bringing our total to 5 minutes,
Yeah.
38.6
Pretty close
seconds.
to 6.
Then picking up both unupgraded and upgraded swords takes 1.9 and 2.65 seconds respectively.
gosh,
for a total
man.
of 4.55 seconds,
Yep.
bringing us to 5 minutes, 43.15.
And this is just all unskippable. You have
then
to do this.
The Pack Punch ritual takes us to
And
a
then,
6
yeah, this
minute,
brings us 6.5.
25.5 second total. And then waiting for 4 Margwa spawns over the entire run.
Probably
for
to
the
7
Artovan
here.
Charging step takes a total of 12 seconds,
Yeah.
taking us 6 minutes,
Oof.
37.05 seconds.
Yep.
Then a
And
whopping
this is also, keep in mind, this is considering you're taking out every single Margwa, all 3 heads, as soon as they spawn with the upgraded KRM.
8
Like,
times
that's
is needed
crazy.
to wait for
Oh
all
my
of the flags to
gosh.
charge
Yeah,
for a
this is
total
the
of
big
4
time.
whole minutes,
4
bringing the
minutes.
grand total to 10 minutes,
Wow.
37.05 seconds.
So you see how if you just skip flag step, that's 4 minutes gone out of the whole run, bro. That's a
Then
huge
5 anywhere
deal.
but here's are needed, ideally for a total of 7.5 seconds,
Right.
bringing us to 10 minutes, 44.55
Wow.
seconds.
Yeah. So it's like I said, it's probably going to be somewhere in that 10 to 13 minute range of just absolute things you have to do for the egg.
And finally, the time for the Shadow Man to become vulnerable being added gives us a grand total of unavoidable time loss of 10 minutes,
Wow.
53.55
11 minutes.
seconds.
11 minutes of stuff you have to do on Shadows.
Now, after
Wow.
all of that, we
Wow.
get to go through the full list of PTLs now.
Yes. Yeah. So these are the possible time
There's
losses.
the initial beast mode, which
Yeah.
is 20.25 seconds.
Yeah.
Footlight beast mode for the symbol, 8
Yeah.
seconds assuming first try. Waterfront beast mode, 17.25 seconds.
I mean, again, this is all assuming first try. This is assuming you're either Steve Freckleston or like Scotty Dogs or something, bro.
Undercroft beast mode, 7.65 seconds.
Right.
Undercroft spawn manipulation, 5 seconds. Time to fill each egg from the moment of placing, from what I can tell, is an average of 10 seconds each.
Yeah, it's crazy because that has definitely gotten very fast, especially because of the spawn manipulations they've recently figured out.
Footlight beast mode is 16.5 seconds.
Yep.
Canal's beast mode for both the egg and the ritual is 3 seconds if done perfectly.
Yeah, it's
to
fast because you just shock the stairs and then hit the
To
box.
kill both Margwas for the Archovum step is 2.8 seconds. Time to kill all bugs on the bug round, from what I can tell, is 6.55 seconds if done perfectly.
Yeah, you have
Time
to not
return
miss a single
Nero's flag
shot.
is 12 seconds.
Like when you're really breaking it down, it's insane how much skill the Shadows run has. Like Origins has a lot of skill too, don't get me wrong, but like Shadows, it's down to the
Time to
wire
return Jackie
on every
Vincent's
single
flag,
one,
8.5.
man.
Time to return Jessica's flag, 9 seconds.
Jeez.
Time to return Floyd's flag, 8.65 seconds.
Right.
And time to kill the Shadow Man is theoretically and reasonably 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I say reasonably because, I mean, you could guess where he's going to teleport to next and immediately shoot him and possibly do it faster.
Yeah, sometimes it's rough because sometimes he goes right, sometimes he goes left, so that could be a second you're missing it as well. People just don't even use the HVK or anything for this step anymore. It's all just KRM.
I think reasonably
It's crazy.
speaking, 5 seconds for a theoretical best.
Yeah, I agree. 5 seconds would
These times
probably
I've
be
given are
the
what
best.
I believe to be the most ideal times, as I timed Steve's times on these segments and removed
Yep.
time from where I believe he messed up, such as not getting the egg code first try in the Footlight District.
Right, right.
Now, here are all of the things that require multiple instances. First, we have to fill each egg 4 times, bringing
Yeah.
us to a total of 40 seconds.
Jeez.
But one of these times is done during a ritual, meaning that we save 10 seconds, bringing us down to 30
seconds. Okay.
Then, assuming we insta-kill
Yeah, and that's just thankfully because of the Ruby Rabbit one that people found. The fact that you can do both of those, that is a big time save.
all Archovum Margwas, it will take 9.8 seconds. 2.8
Okay.
times 4 minus 1.4, since the first ovum only has 1 Margwa.
Okay, yeah,
This
yeah,
brings
so
us to
that's a little bit of a time save.
39.8 seconds.
39 seconds for
Adding this
all
up
the
to every other
Margwas, bro.
time segment that we
What?
get previously, which I'm not going one at a time this time, we get a total time of PTLs of 2 minutes, 47.15 seconds.
So that is like 2 minutes 47 plus basically 11 minutes. So it's like I said, and that's even including flag step. So it's like a 10, 14 minute. That's
Adding
not
this to our
bad.
NTLs, we get a total, possibly unchanged time of 13
13 minute 40. Yeah.
40.7
Okay.
seconds.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Now we get to the most complicated section to calculate.
Yeah.
The PTGs. From what I can tell, here's the short list of them. We will get into timing issues after quickly listing them. First is running in general. Where people run to and when could...
This is so hard to calculate. Like, how do you calculate that? Because everybody kind of does a different route depending on their anywhere but here's as well. So it's very tough to calculate that.
change over time, so I can't list every instance of Steve running somewhere,
Yeah.
as this could change depending on routing in the future.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
second big one is 4 out of the 5 anywhere but here's. The last one is scripted, hence why 4 out of 5. The first one I'll attempt to calculate are the anywhere but here's, because, well, it's easier. To calculate this, I will time how long it'll take to just run from the original location in the speedrun to the desired location.
Oh, okay.
The first
So just
ABH that
without
Steve
it.
got was essentially ideal, putting him
Yeah.
directly in front of the canal gate from the Ruby Rabbit.
Yeah.
But running from the Ruby Rabbit to the
I mean, a little bit ideal. He could have got a straight junction teleport, but that was as good as you can get,
canal
really.
gate takes, at top speed, approximately 25 seconds.
Okay, so 25
The
seconds.
second ABH
That's
Steve
that's
takes
not
is from the
bad.
boxing gym to the Undercroft Sword, which, assuming you would take the closest portal to the gym, would take you approximately 20 seconds, including teleportation time.
Okay. Yeah.
The third ABH Steve takes is from the last Arch Ovum Waterfront to the Nero Ritual Room. Assuming you teleport via the ritual and run upstairs, it would take you approximately 42 seconds, including teleportation time.
Sheesh. Yeah.
The fourth and
This is why stamina up is so important. It absolutely destroys this time, and this is even including stamina
final
too.
ABH Steve takes
Wow.
that is RNG based is from the book to the Undercroft.
Yeah,
Running directly
that's
to
a
the
tough
Undercroft
one.
from the book takes approximately
Yeah, and he definitely wasted a couple seconds there running to the
20
teleporter.
seconds.
Yeah.
Totaling these up, that means you save a theoretical 107 seconds, or
Wow.
1 minute 47 seconds from
Wow.
perfect ABHs.
So then that would roughly put the best Shadows of Evil speedrun at around like 15, 16 minutes if you had the literal god RNG.
Even
Like
perfect, you would
perfect
still need to run
pathing.
for about 1 second each after teleporting, so I'll say more realistically,
Like 1 minute
you would
50?
save 1 minute 40.
Oh, 1 minute 40. Okay.
Now for the really hard part, calculating how much time is spent running.
Right.
To do this,
yeah.
I essentially did all of the locations you have to go to in the Easter egg in order by running and using no gobblegums minus the guaranteed ABH at the end of the egg. Then I subtracted the time we already accumulated earlier, like running to deliver the flags.
Right.
And yes, just like in previous steps, I used stamina up like they do in the speedrun. I did this a total of 3 times and got an average total amount of running of 6 minutes 20 seconds rounding up.
What?
Subtracting the already timed time, again like delivering the flags,
Yeah.
brings us to 5 minutes 41
Oh my gosh. So it's literally like, are they getting...
0.85 seconds.
Wait, this is more than 18 minutes though, is it not?
Subtracting again the perfect ABH time save, and we get 3 minutes 58.85
okay, there we go.
seconds of just running.
So it seems like it might just be a 17-minute. That's the best. Maybe just a 17
throughout the ride.
in terms of what we know right
Adding
now.
this to our theoretical perfect segments of 13 minutes, 40.7 seconds, we get 17 minutes,
Yeah,
39.4.
a 17-minute 40. If you had the god tier RNG, no mistakes in pathing, no mistakes in enemies.
5
That's
seconds
crazy.
in a theoretical perfect
Wow,
time.
wow.
However, that said, I more than likely messed up somewhere in the running timing as I'm only human, so I'm going to end this by saying that the theoretical...
I'm going to say it though. A sub 18, bro, listen, Steve did everything just to get an 18-minute, bro. If we got a sub 18, dude, I don't think that's going to happen for like the next 5 years, to be honest. Maybe even 10 years. It might take another 10 years on top of the first 10 to achieve this for Shadows.
Time of Shadows of Evil.
That's mad.
If every single trick and RNG piece was perfect, you would get a run somewhere between 17 to 18 minutes.
So literally, they are at almost the theoretical best time. Like, they're under a minute away from achieving that. That is how optimized Shadows has been over the years.
Meaning that
Madness.
a sub 18-minute run
Madness.
is theoretically possible.
Wow.
But I do not foresee a sub 17-minute run anywhere in the near future.
Unless there is some groundbreaking discovery, right? So that is crazy. The fastest Shadows run is sub 18. Maybe, though, we'll see with the possible skips, though, right? Let's see.
Or the unchanged scope.
The US.
Next, we can use this end time to guess what a possible run within the PCS would be.
Yeah, so this is some potential skips
Now,
being
the
found.
only glitch I can see being found in the future is the possibility of doing multiple flag steps in one round.
Yeah, and I don't even know if this is solo compatible. I've talked to Freckleson about this, and he thinks it's probably more possible on co-op to skip flags than solo.
I made a video
But
pointing out the possible evidence of this quite a while ago,
Right.
but if this ends up being a true workable glitch, then this removes the need to end the round between flag steps.
Which would be huge. Like, that is such a massive skip. And then you wouldn't have to be spinning for round robin. And if that were to happen, then you would actually not even have to try for the any percent record. You could actually just do a regular megas record for shadows.
Mean that all 3 of the round robins and the round transition time could be removed.
Wow.
This would lead
That's
to a
huge.
42.15
That's a
seconds
huge. So then that would even mean that a sub 17 could be hit. A 16-minute world record.
But assuming the strategy would take some time to obviously perform, I'll just say 30 seconds of potential time save.
So, yeah, again, though, solo, I don't think we're seeing something lower than a 17-minute ever.
If such a glitch is found, then I can theoretically see a sub 17-minute run to be possible, but only if my math is off in regards to calculating the run time.
And again, it all depends on how that flag step skip actually works, if it is even possible on solo, right?
Another thing that can be done is just guessing the flag code.
Right.
However, this actually doesn't save that much time. Maybe 1 second for the canals code, maybe another second for the waterfront code.
And I have seen Freckleson has guessed it in some instances. You can guess it. It could save time, but with the current strategy, it's not much considering how much you have to do in each of these respective areas.
And most substantially, saving 8 seconds for guessing the footlight code.
Yeah, that could be huge. That's probably the biggest one to guess.
Maybe you can save another 8 to 10 seconds by guessing.
Yeah.
But I'd only recommend guessing the footlight code, as this is the only one to really save you any noteworthy amount of time.
It's crazy, though. A 17-minute Shadows record is theoretically possible.
Doing both of these together with perfect skill and RNG is the only way I could see this run getting to a sub 17-minute run with current strategies.
And that's the worst part. You can have literally the best game of your life, and then you just pop one anywhere but here, and if it doesn't bring you exactly where you need to be, it's a complete reset. Like, jeez. You know, that is insane.
Finally, since a bunch of people are curious,
I want to see this one.
Would look like if the flag step could
was
be
skipped.
Or
10 to 13 minutes. That's my guess, right? Was I right?
As I called earlier, the ICS scope.
The impossible,
This would involve removing all of the flag step time, round change time, and essentially going straight to the boss fight after activating the book.
Which I think this is just theoretical, but it's fun. It's fun to see if we can.
You would save 42.15 seconds again on round robins and round changes. I'll say a full minute of just running. And most importantly, a whopping 4 minutes dedicated to charging.
So yeah, this would be like a sub 10 record then, if you could actually do this. 4 minutes.
This brings our final time to a little under 12 minutes.
Okay. So no, I was actually right in my first guess. 10 to 12 minutes, 10 to 13 minutes. Dang.
Or 11
that would
minutes,
be crazy.
57.4 seconds
wow.
to be exact, assuming all previous calculations are accurate and perfect.
Wow.
And this time is corroborated.
So 11-minute world record could be possible without just the flag set. That is mad.
By Steve's run, as the moment he activates the book is at 11 minutes and 30 seconds.
So that would literally be where the run would end.
He was able to simply ABH straight to boss fight. He could potentially have a sub 12-minute run, and considering he got near perfect ABHs, that makes sense.
That's crazy.
So
yeah, again, unless there's like some gobblegum that's like round robin where it's just like skip flag step, you know, like I just don't think that's possible.
Summary, what I think could theoretically be possible, I don't actually think this is human possible.
No, I don't think it's possible at all.
Is a sub 18-minute.
A sub 18-minute is the last thing that we have. If somebody hits the 17 on Shadows, that is going to be world record history. I mean, Steve hitting the 18-minute was world record history. Hitting that a whole minute under. Dude, the run would be literally perfection. Like, it's crazy because a lot of the biggest innovations of this run is the grapple beast mode sort of tech that people have been using to get up to the ritual areas faster. But, man, it would be crazy to see a 17-minute, but I don't think we'll see it for a long time.
Major glitch is found as a sub 17-minute run.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Only just barely.
I agree.
And if the flag step could actually be removed in the future,
then we could be seeing something under 15 minutes, but like, that's tough.
Then I could see a sub 12-minute run.
Dang. But sub 12?
No matter what happens, a sub 10-minute run
is impossible.
Will never be possible.
It's impossible. Yeah, it's impossible because of the fact there's so many time-gated things like we just went through. The rituals, the eggs, the swords, the margwas, the gobblegums. Like, it's too long. You can never get under 10.
There are.
I agree.
You can quote me on that.
Yeah.
And also,
14.
This has all been theoretical.
Nah, man. I mean, this is about as calculated as you can get. And honestly, a lot of this was basically what I predicted. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go and check out TKGM. This was an amazing video. I'm liking, I'm subbing. This is crazy. But seriously, shout out to Evil 17. I'm waiting. Steve, we're waiting.